Now, if you ask me, the German government should really step in and say, it's not going to happen here. Don't like it, head back to Turkey, but it won't happen here. The German government was here quiet. I didn't see anything about it. So it looks like to me, like, and the thing is, it cannot be a guilt trip in World War II because this is supposed to be the Muslims these days. There's nothing in the Jewish people misbehaving. It's the Muslims that cause all the problems. And I'm asking you, because mind you, wait, I want to say one more thing. It's funny that my grandfather's hyphen name is Nake, which is either Prussian or German, whatever. So maybe there's some Germanic blood in me too. So again, that's nothing, but I don't understand one thing. Why German people, real Europeans, okay, which I consider myself, do not, yes, but I'm speaking about the real Europeans. And I would distinguish, because I know that Germany right now, there's a term black German. There's no such thing as black German, no offense. If I would be born in Japan, if I would say I'm Japanese, you would laugh at me.
Are we not Homo sapiens?
Doesn't matter whether we're Homo sapiens or not.
African or Asian or European, that is a last century business. We are all people. No, it's not.
One by one.
If you are racist, you have no chance.
One by one.
No chance for you.
Between good foreigners and bad foreigners.
I don't mean that. Yeah, I don't mean that. I mean, what I mean by it is that the German government permits
we're African people entitled to the whole world. That's the whole world. Planet Earth, because we've been badly treated. They screw our land. We were under colonies. We were not here. We didn't have chance to promote or to get a good education. Until today, we want to be free from religion. Fucking America and those people who they want to keep. No, because you are the one who's selling religion to my people. You are the one who's standing for religion to screw nations and to take everything for you. Yeah, you, not you in particular. No, it's not you in particular. I'm talking about the people in charge of this planet. One of them is France, USA. No. Don't be racist. I won't accept your racism. Yeah. I won't accept your racism.
Even he himself said that Germans should make German, French should make
racism.
French.
We're all from the planet Earth, my friend.
There's a specific order which in the societies we're preserving.
I want to touch that.
It's a good thing. So I'm asking you. I'm not seeing what's happening in Germany. Okay, and I'm asking you, is this what German society wants?
There's one reason, no justification. The problem is that Germany has 16 states in it.
Yeah, I know.
And all of them are behaving totally different. Bavaria, for example, is more conservative. And Berlin, for example, tries to be more openly towards others.
That's due to ethnic composition. It's not because they're more tolerant. It's because ethnic composition. Berlin's Italian.
No religion, no racism.
Turkish people.
No religion, no racism. This guy is from Poland, full of shit. He's talking shit. All
right, which part is
racist? Europe. What's because he?
No one is funny. No one is.
We're talking about this lady. She said about this society here. We are we are we are what they call it, Homo sapien. We are all Homo sapien living in this fucking planet. We started about 200,000 years ago. Yeah? Don't give me this bullshit. We are now, if you're thinking you are superior or strong, you've got it wrong. Because no. So if Poland, it was a small tiny country, Russia invaded you so many times, but the other European, they did come to my land, and they took a lot from my land. Okay, I'm a Moroccan. I was under colonialism from all over Europe. Listen. So we are entitled to have to live everywhere and enjoy life everywhere. Where I have more rights than
Speaker's
Corner.
Listen now.
I said welcome to Speaker's Corner.
Listen to the answer.
What I wanted to say is I'm absolutely welcome in this country. Wherever I go. If I go to the south coast, or I go to, or hopefully once in a while I go to Scotland, or I have been in Wales, or somewhere else. In Germany, you have a little problem. The more east you go, the more problem it is if you're not looking pure German. But that also has something to do with our history, because the war divided us.
I hope you will make money. I hope you will have a lot of viewers to make some money. But I am a Moroccan. I live in Morocco. I am here. I love this country. I know this country really well. I've spent
So
years.
you're okay.
But me, I live in my country, and I am happy. My country is the heaven in this world.
You're happy with it, you're okay, you want that.
And you go.
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Also,
Would you respect if Poland wants to not to be multi-ethnic entity? They just want Poland for the Polish people who, yes, you look European with white skin and black, you're not. Not only I, some ask a question, would you respect that the wish of the majority of Polish people is not to be multi-ethnic?
the problem is, if you don't want to be multi-ethnic, if you neglect it to be a natural state, why then taking money from the EU?
They shouldn't, yes.
Why?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, what is one thing to do with another? One is one thing to another. How did you make a connection between imposing multi-ethnical society to get money? Is this some kind of right? If you want this money, you have to get a Muslim migrant. Where did you get that connection? If that's what you did. Where did you get it from? So it's not okay for Polish people just to remain white.
For me, it's just right. If you want to take something from a union, from the European Union, who is standing for migration and the right for asylum, if you also do your part. But to say, no, we never want to have someone in our country who is not Polish or something like that. I'm feeling
2 million Ukrainians did end up in Poland.
Exactly.
They certainly played their part.
First safe
I
country.
was working
First
with
safe
a lot of
country.
Ukrainians. I was a registrar. I was working with them. I was filling in their birth certificates, their marriages, and their death certificates. And they were the most friendly and the most easy to handle people I've ever worked with.
Okay.
That was absolutely fine.
So let me ask you something. Here's my question. You know, during the Merkel administration, when the family of European nations, they say we all have common keys to one house. Suddenly Merkel decides to let few million of refugees in without any consent, or neither of the German people, or hold on, don't say neither of the German people or other European nations. My question is, what is that is done in accordance with the German constitution, which is done, that she has the right just to open up to anyone she wishes? That's one. And two, on what grounds right now Germany says, along with others, they're going to distribute forcibly migrants around Europe? On what grounds? Where is the dictatorship saying, no, you have to take it? It was my house, my house. We agree to have the keys to each other's house. You can go live in Poland, I can go live in Germany. And usually there's no friction.
With a lot of things, I'm absolutely not in common with her politics. She's from the Christian Union and I'm a social democrat.
All right.
And I think it was right to let immigrants in, but there were no basics to let them in. Some were not registered. There were not enough immigration courses. There were not enough language courses, and people who did their work of honor to help the people, they were left alone at one point.
And how do German people feel when then, let's call them for a moment, native Germans have been victims of assault, rape, murder, and all that crimes committed by the people who came because of exactly the reasons you're talking about. Who is, no, wait. My question is, who is responsible for the crimes committed by those migrants upon the, no, it's individual, because somebody let them in.
And
Who holds the responsibility for
your view is very, you make classes of people. You do the people as, see the people as people. They're responsible for themselves. For example, when you talk about multiculturalism, I think it's a kind of, I work with someone in my office who is a daughter of immigrants from Turkey 50 years ago. She's older than me, she's longer in Germany than me. Okay. And she is integrated. She does not want Islamic rule or something like that. She actually dislikes Islamists because she wants to live her Islam in its good. And most people that came in the 70s or so are far away from the picture you paint of Muslims. And they are integrated and they are Germans. Yes, they are Germans. Even if they have the statesmanship, they live in Germany, they work in Germany, they pay taxes in Germany, and I see no reason for discriminating them from Germans. It's because they act like Germans. They live in Germany and they are acting like Germans and they respect Germans.
There should be.
What you do is, there are immigrants that do not do that, and all not Germans, and that's your mistake.
No, that's insane. Now, first of all, I lived in a new world for too long, and I experienced the world long enough to understand one thing. Only because somebody's born somewhere doesn't mean it's of it. Let me finish. I heard you. First of all, if you know, Islam as a religion is in direct contradiction to Christianity. So it's a blasphemous religion. She's smiling. That's typical. Wait, let me finish. That's a typical reflection. Oh, it's just a religion. No, I'm trying to show something. Germany is a Christian country. It was the Christian.
No, I'm sorry, not anymore. Not anymore. There are a lot of people stepped out of the church.
I know.
Germany is now a country more than atheists than people in the
Exactly. And mind you, let me tell you something, because I follow the German events regarding the Christianity. Many Germans have been offended because of the crimes committed by the people who run the churches. They were so, let me finish. They were so disgusted, they just left the church. Except when the soccer or football coaches do the same thing, or gymnasts, or swimmers, and so on, I don't see German people getting offended and saying, from now on, I'm not going to watch the football. In fact, let's have a Euro Championship, even let's say probably 80% or 70% of those of the coaches just as pedophiles, as how we describe how Germans got offended about some priests that were doing some criminal stuff. What I'm seeing is hypocrisy. What I'm seeing continuously from German government is having a blind eye to reality. The reality is that education, something that Germany was always so good at, pretends now does not exist. As I said, anyone who is educated about religious matters knows very well that Islam stands in direct contradiction to Christianity. Now, regardless of what you say is the truth. And if German, for example, German scholars would say, actually that's true, one religion says this, another one says opposite. At least they'll be honest. There's no honesty. You say, oh, she's not, she just doesn't like those people who are extremists.
Germany is
just a little greeting. Hello from Germany. Hello und willkommen.
Rule of law and social state. No Christianity in the German state as a rule of principle for the state. Rule of law is the most.
The law is based on the Christian compassion and balance. The whole his origins of Christianity. More than that.
The second. You said that Islam is not compatible with democracy.
Of course it's not.
Actually, I remember that Locke said that Catholics would never ever be able to live in Britain because they do not accept the state, they do not accept their fellow Christians because
that's not correct.
No,
if you know the writings, in fact, in the writings of St. Paul, it says, pray for your leaders.
Yeah, he says.
Political readers. So you're wrong about that. I'm telling you what the gospel says. The Catholics revere as a holy word. It stays right there. It's St. Peter, the letters to St. Peter says, pray for your leaders, for your politicians. So what you're saying is not correct. And it's like in Islamic state, and it says on the videos, I'm sorry, when I go to the subway in Warsaw, and I'm from Warsaw, which was, by the way, level to the ground as you know it. Now we go to Warsaw, the subway in Warsaw is super clean, safe and everything else. I know what's happening in Berlin, and you know what's happening in Berlin, but because you're muzzled, you're not allowed to say it. You're not allowed to say when you see the Muslims going out of control. You're not allowed to say when they publicly block streets to make the prayers. You're talking about what's a secular country? Secular country? Why do you permit public prayers? They block the street and put their ass up and make the prayers. How is that secular country? You tell me.
Because we have something that is called a basic law. It is called our Grundgesetz, and that says everyone has the right to practice religion.
That's actually against the law to blockade a street for praying.
And they do it.
Yet they are.
They do it. What are you going to tell me? Something in Paris. I've been to Paris many times. I cannot believe what happened to Paris between the early 90s and now.
Too far, they can't hear.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I've never heard of it.
No mind.
I'm sorry.
I understand.
Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube.
I'm up to the news every day in Germany because I'm politically active as well. So I'm not just a member of the party. I'm also active as well. And never I have seen in the quarters like Neukölln or so, where many Muslims live or wedding. It is a part of Berlin Central, that people block streets for prayers.
Go on YouTube and you find it.
There was a demonstration in Hamburg, I guess. Was it in Hamburg?
Maybe.
There was a demonstration in Hamburg. They protested for the Caliphate.
Germany, yeah.
They protested for the Caliphate. It was a very small demonstration, 200 people, and the most effect they had over YouTube, because people say, oh, all in Germany are like that. It's rubbish. And we had a long discussion in Germany, actually, if it's possible to say we want a Caliphate, because we know it's against the federal law. But in Germany we are allowed to say things against federal law and what another state and the federal law prescribes. You just don't have to.
We have a lot of collision.
The federal court said you can say anything you want, but as soon as it is clearly not only your intention, but you have the means to, then it is forbidden. And yes, it is discussed whether this is actually. It was made in the 60s because of a far right party. They said they are so unimportant, they can say what they want, we don't forbid them. And that still holds. Of course you can ask, is it clever to do it these times too? But Germany is very liberal in that sense, and you can demonstrate.
Germany liberal? You think? Can you burn the Quran in Germany? Can you say Muhammad is a pedophile, for example?
It is not forbidden.
It's not forbidden. What would happen to a citizen if they were doing it in Berlin?
There are two things that you don't differ. The thing that states allows and the things that other people aren't allowed. And of course you can burn it. Although I would not say it is a good move to burn a Quran anywhere in Germany.
It's freedom of expression. You
It's
don't have to
freedom
be
of
opinion
expression
about it.
as long as in Germany the rule is you should not do anything that incites the public.
No.
And it's very
It's not about inciting. It's about freedom of expression. I don't care, for example, what somebody thinks. If I want to burn Quran, I would do it.
If someone burns the Bible, would it bother you?
It wouldn't bother me at all.
I'm
wouldn't
sorry,
bother me
but
at all.
burning a Quran is the most offensive thing you
How is
can
that
do.
offensive?
You can do.
Who are you to decide what's offensive and what's not?
I do
I
have a question.
That's the question of
I
the
worked
concept
in a
of-
mosque 6 years.
So what? That means nothing.
But one question
means
I
nothing.
genuinely have, okay, I don't share many of this guy's views, but one question I genuinely have is, why is it, certainly in the UK, and I presume in Germany as well, that you can say what you like about Christianity? You can say the most offensive things and no one bats an eyelid. But if you say something offensive about a certain other religion,
Not really.
it then becomes a big problem.
Catholics can be really, really out of rage in our country as well.
You say many things about Islam that is offensive, like they're raping our women, they're violating our men, and all
I'm not
these
saying
things.
that.
And yeah, but that's the thing you hear about Islam in Germany, and no one says you are not allowed to say it.
Well, Germany is
It's just-
famous for saying every time a person of Islamic religion rapes somebody, oh, he's mentally ill. Always.
I personally
Deutsche
believe-
Welle,
I personally
Deutsche Welle,
I personally
look,
believe-
I'm following this from around the world.
I personally
Every
believe
time, if you're going to rape someone, you probably are mentally ill.
The point is that when it happens when Muslims do it, right away to ill, but then say somebody else does it, nobody does anything. Nobody, you don't say that. Nobody says, if a Christian would do it, they would just say, oh, this guy's the name.
He's doing
And
the
Muslim-
speech, not me.
The Muslim would do it, or mentally ill. It's like
personally
it's all
think-
over in the news.
I personally think that's a man's world, isn't it? It's mentally ill.
At the end of the day,
But I'm
you
used to have spoken here already before.
And something else I want to ask you, based on what you were saying earlier about where you're born doesn't make you who you are or whatever, right?
I'm saying if I was born in Japan.
I was born here. I have full Polish citizenship. Am I Polish?
If you're born here,
Yeah.
first of all,
But I have full Polish citizenship with a Polish passport. I can't speak the language though.
again, but that's my. I'm trying to make a point here. My point is this.
Race and religion.
My point is this, and I was trying to make it easier for you to understand. If I be born in Japan and I would say I'm Japanese, you would laugh at me because you would say.
But I was
I'm
born
not
here and I
Japanese.
can say I'm Polish, so you're going to laugh at me for
Are
it?
you Japanese to you? Okay, yeah, a little bit sure. Yeah.
All I'm
That's
saying
my-
is I was
that's my
born
point.
here, but I'm legally Polish. So
Okay.
if I say
So
I'm
you have
Polish,
dual
does that sound
citizenship.
stupid?
So no. So you have dual citizenship, which is fine.
There are two things. One citizenship you feel and one citizenship you have.
Is that Israel?
No, I'm sorry, that's not so.
If you have 1% Jewish, you're Israeli.
What? I'm sorry.
Like in Israel, everyone's claiming to be Israeli.
Israeli? What has
Yeah,
that?
like he can claim to be Israeli because he's Polish, because they all came from there. And you can claim to be Israeli as well.
Me?
Yeah, living on stolen land.
She's German.
Exactly.
I'm
You can,
German.
yeah, you can claim your husband, your people, fam.
I'm German, but this is not the only nationality. What is beating inside me? My half sister
Okay,
is
say something in German.
what?
Say something in German, a long sentence.
A long sentence. Ich freue mich heute hier zu sein. Es ist
It
schönes
sounds like I'm in a
Wetter.
porno movie.
What did he say?
She said, yeah, it sounds like I'm in a porno movie and walks off.
I know German is a very lovely language. It's hard to learn, but
Ja,
it's
ich
a
liebe
very...
Deutsch.
Was
Yeah.
macht der Mann?
Dziękuję.
Mein Deutsch ist nicht gut.
Was macht der Mann?
My Polish is
Was
not
macht
good
der
either.
Mann?
Was macht der mit?
I know maybe 500 words in Polish, but I can't make a conversation with you in Polish.
Oh, that's a shame.
I love one of your sweets, Ptasia Mleczko.
That's your next one.
Yes, this one is delicious. I really like it. But
His mouth is
I have the
watering.
You know, I have the German citizenship, but there are more than one citizenship.
I just want
beating
Polish
in-
donuts again.
Beating in my heart. My half sister is Philippine and German. She was born in the Philippines. Now she is there at the moment. And also I have a deep love for Egyptian people, because Egyptians are very lovely and they are very friendly people. I've been there.
Everybody's very friendly.
No.
When I speak those things, I don't mean
I have
it.
a deep love for
I don't mean it
Uzbeks. I said I have a deep love for Uzbeks, Uzbekistani people.
Because of their food.
Huh?
Their food.
Their food is amazing. The people are lovely as well. I spent 15 days there back in April. Amazing country.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was my first
So what's the
Islamic-
conclusion here? What is the conclusion?
The conclusion is that I'm very glad that I could speak here after 10 years again, because I was here 10 years before, and then I made my first speech. This is my second one today.
Oh, well done.
And I'm very, very happy for the conversation and for the discussion with you guys. Even if we are not having one opinion, we have a very beautiful conversation, because it doesn't have to be the end. We still have 20 minutes to talk.
I'd like to say something.
Yes, please.
And it was not. I didn't mean one has to be objective.
Yes.
And now objective people can see how certain cities deteriorate because of certain migration going in. And that's undeniable. Unless you pretend not to see it.
I never said that our migration was perfect. I said there were.
I didn't make my point yet. My point is this: I believe that German people should be asked, would you like migration from the Islamic world into Germany? People of Germany should be asked, the same people of France, hold on, let me finish. People of France should be asked, there should be some question, there should be direct democracy. Do German people wish to be a multi-ethnic society, or they wish to remain German in their identity? That should be posed to the German people.
Not your MPs or politicians. That's a very good question.
I know what he means. He means something like a general vote.
Like Swiss. Like the Swiss.
Yes. The Swiss. I really envy the Swiss people to have this direct democracy. This is really lovely, even if they are making a assembly on a field to do anything with voting. That's really fantastic. Now, what I want to say is I have to remember you that we have a basic right for asylum. We have a basic right in our constitution. We call it Grundgesetz for asylum, and that means everyone who claims to want to have asylum must make an action to the authorities, to the administrations.
Are you talking about international law, right?
There's no difference between people from Christian countries or Muslim countries or something else.
Actually, by international law, you should probably know that very well, that it is the first safe country that should receive refugees. First safe country. For Syria, first safe country is Turkey. It's not a choice between Luxembourg, Austria, or Germany. Turkey is the first safe country. So from that point of view, Germany perverts course of justice because it enables other migrants to come in and break the law because they're choosing. Some want to go to Austria, others want to go to Swiss, and so on. No, first safe country for Ukraine. First safe country was Poland. Now, if Poland would be in trouble, they could ask Germany, Czech Republic, or Swiss, or the French would be in trouble, Dutch, they can ask for asylum in Germany. Otherwise, it's the first, that's international law.
But you know, now the government of Poland has changed, right?
I know that.
From really conservative to moderate.
Yes,
so
I know that.
Before when we had this party of Kaczynski,
yeah.
It was really strict. It was absolutely not friendly to foreigners. Absolutely not. But now with Donald Tusk, it is much better, because a lot of people just, when they fled from Ukraine, they fled through Poland, because
That's right.
a lot of times they were not accepted as they were gay or lesbian or LGBTQIA plus people.
Yeah.
That was the problem. But in Germany, everyone has the right to have a will for asylum, and there we make no difference between Islamic countries or Christian countries or something like that.
It wouldn't make any difference. In Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, UAE would take most of these refugees. None of them did. And what you're saying is true. Those states are extremely wealthy. They have toilets made of gold. They could easily accommodate all those refugees, build them beautiful homes, and wait for better times. You know very well that the direction of migration, it never goes towards, when you say there's no difference, there's a huge difference. It is the tolerant Europe that allows refugees to come in, and intolerant Islamic countries do not let a single Muslim in. Proof, Egypt. The Egyptian border with Palestine, with the Gaza, is a perfect example. It's sealed off, no one can go in, no one can go out. You probably know it.
Egypt.
And you spoke about how beautiful, how nice Egyptians are. Not to the Palestinians.
I met Egyptians as a very open and very friendly country.
But not to the Palestinians.
Because they don't want to be caught in this war between Israel and in Palestine. They don't want. They
And
don't
that's
Hamas,
excuse.
not Palestine.
So that's
Hamas.
the excuse that you're
Hamas,
giving.
Hamas, sorry.
Only because they don't want to be caught up. So they say, screw you Palestinians, go to Europe. How about that for logic? Where's the logic in it?
They just want to have. They just want to have a peaceful. They would just want. They just want to have a peaceful life. They don't want to be caught in.
They don't want any Palestinians.
What would you suggest? Becoming like the Qatar?
No, when I suggest, how about following international law? If there's a signatory, if there's a signatory in international law, it clearly states it's the first safe country that refugees should go in, that should be so. Not because Merkel says, oh yeah, come on in, because she feels like it. And it was Obama who forced her to do it anyway. Go ahead.
2015, the Turkish expelled the refugees. And you have refugees at the border, between borders. What do? You say, go back to Turkey. Turkey doesn't want them. What do you do?
I mean, Turkey doesn't want them. Turkey has many treaties with the EU, and you know it. In case they don't want to do it, sanctions, especially since Germany is a big player in the EU. Right away, Germany should show the role of the leader and say that the law is the law, and should force Turkey to accept the Syrian refugees. That's it. There's nothing else. And what did Germany do?
All right. On that note, excuse me, I think you're going to give us
bargaining because they had.
I'm sorry. I would like to.
Anyway, thank you very much. You continue. I think this
Yes.
crowd is going to take over. Thanks very much for your time. It's been very nice.
It has been a pleasure for me.
Indeed, likewise. And thank you as well. Very nice discussion.
It was a bit.
When are you coming next?
What?
In 10 years' time, huh?
I don't know. I don't know exactly. I just wanted to show my better half how I lived, where I lived, and what I did, and after such long years of time.
Welcome back. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm always happy to be here. Always.
The Speaker's Corner also love to see you next time when you come.
I'm honored.
Big nose of London. Thank you. Have a peaceful day.
Yes, you too.
Thank you. Cheers. You still here?
Feels nice.
Yeah, and that's what they do every week, isn't it? Yeah.
You didn't go because you thought you would lose your audience to me. That's why you didn't go. Ladies and gentlemen, he didn't leave the park. You see, he was planning to go Street Mart because he knew he would lose his audience to me. That's why he didn't leave Street Mart. That's in Arabic anyway. I'm not.